Hi there, I'm Amanda Cromhoth from Truth. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We interview world experts in loyalty blindly. We're hoping to create insight, spontaneity, and a lot of fun through the challenge. The challenge is about promoting the blind loyalty trust, and my book called Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. All profits from the book go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So on today's Blind Loyalty Challenge, we have Sadika Fakir, who is the Executive for Digital Marketing and Media for ABSA Group. Now, ABSA Group is in the retail banking space in Africa, but Sadika and I have had the absolute pleasure of working together in the FMCG world. And Sadika is a contributor to Blind Loyalty, Chapter 69, which is around FMCG, CPG loyalty. So Sadika, thank you for doing the challenge today.
Thank you so much for having me, Amanda. It's an absolute honor.
So the Chapter 73 in Blind Loyalty is about retail banking. So it'd be very amiss of me not to ask you about retail banking. So what role do you think loyalty plays in retail banking?
So when we're talking about loyalty in retail banking, it's exceptionally important when we talk loyalty in customer retention. And that's something that you know me very well for. I am funnel obsessed. And where loyalty sits in is that bottom part of the funnel where you deepen the relationship, you build a very deep customer relationship, you start understanding those customer data points, you start understanding the customer triggers, and then you fulfill against what the customer wants from you. And that plays a key role in really having seamless human experiences and seamless customer experience. Now, loyalty is that cherry on the top that retains the customer. But what's so important is in retail banking, as you start using the customer points or data points, you then are starting to understand what rewards trigger the customer.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ah, yes, we've got a star appearance from a dog.
You have a chihuahua. You have a chihuahua.
Blind Loyalty Challenge is always more special when we have a dog in the room. Fabulous. You're not the first, so please leave the noise in the background. I love it. I mean, you and I haven't chatted for a while, and we haven't been on work calls for a while, but yes, I do remember your absolute understanding of how the funnel works. And I love that expression, loyalty is a cherry on the top. I often refer to it the icing on the cake. So awesome.
That's
okay,
it.
so
And Amanda, I just want to add, loyalty is not just a gift or a reward program. It actually can make the customer go an extra mile. It's a tough economic climate, and what we are seeing the stats show us, and what I'm starting to read a lot of articles on, and in previous banking experience, because I've been with a couple of stickers with a couple of banks, what we're starting to notice is that customers are using the rewards to meet the last few days of the month. So it's now not just packing out the rewards, but it's utilizing the rewards where I don't have the finances to make ends meet. So it's exceptionally important, and it's actually doing a force for good. And I see rewards as really empowering a customer.
I absolutely love that. We're often asked that actually in press interviews about, does it really make a difference? Well, actually, yeah, like exactly as you just said, it gets consumers through those last few days of the month, which is incredibly impactful. It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. So in your opinion, where would you say loyalty brands are falling short?
Understanding the customer or the consumer. On consumer goods, we call them consumers, and in banking, we call them customers or clients. It depends on the segment. Using data contextually, understanding the data signals, understanding the triggers, and you and me have had hours of conversation on this. What is relevant for the customer is not sometimes relevant for the brand. Sometimes the brand is pushing loyalty programs, customer experiences, and rewards that don't make sense for the customer. So if you have to put the customer at the center and understand the customer's position, do they want rewards in the form of cashback? Do they want rewards in the form of vouchers, incentive, discount? By understanding those data points, I believe then brands and companies would be able to have a more robust loyalty program. Second thing I feel loyalty programs are losing the plot with slightly is the user experience. It's just so difficult. Firstly, it's difficult to cross tiers. Secondly, it's just so difficult to actually have a user experience and redeem your points or your cash back or whatever the case is. So the user experience is not intuitive and seamless. And those are the two aspects I really think that if we were to have enough brains in the room, that could revolutionize loyalty and rewards as a whole.
Yeah, and that second point particularly, we always put in our audit process of loyalty programs that you cannot add friction into the customer experience. Loyalty can't add friction. It's got to take it away, if anything. It just cannot. And so many brands do fall short here. So absolutely. Okay, so in Blind Loyalty, we have several chapters on technology. We know it's a technology-heavy industry, certainly from the experience we had together. What would you say you've seen as the most innovative use of tech for either loyalty or consumer engagement?
I think when you develop a marketing tech stack that is all inclusive of the customer journey, that's where it becomes really intuitive. I've seen too many silo tech stacks, which fundamentally means your social media tech stack is different from your internal CRM and direct marketing, and then a separate one for your loyalty program. The most innovative experiences and the best global case studies that you, in fact, showed me was especially in the consumer goods space and the retail banking space and the telco space, when you have an integrated marketing tech stack where your data is almost the customer data engagement center. There's data orchestration, data symmetry, and then I can utilize that data to either feed out into social channels for remarketing and retargeting, or I'm using all of that data to really understand where the customer is and then serve them relevant communications. I really think some of the critical examples, I absolutely respect the Checkers USave program and the level of intuition and the data points that they're utilizing. We remember many years ago as Smart Shopper came out, the very intuitive, of course, F&B e-bucks as well, very intuitive and using data very intuitively. Of course, our infamous Clicks Club card are key examples of understanding the consumer purchase patterns and then serving them the rewards that really pertain to them. We always laughed at the example. If the data set with the brand and the data team didn't pick up that I don't have a toddler anymore, my toddler's grown from 3 and she's now 7, why would you be serving me a Pampers reward or a diaper reward? Knowing, yes, I did use Pampers at that point. So ultimately, where the fallout happens is when the data is not updated and it's not continually being enriched. And I think our e-tailers are doing fantastic work in that space.
Yeah, and I think you've named a few fantastic South African brands, because a lot of folks outside of South Africa listen to the Blind Loyalty Challenge, and South Africa's got some phenomenal brands that really are leading the way and using phenomenal technology to deliver a better service, let alone loyalty programs. So thank you, Sadika. That was way too easy. We'll have to get you back on with some more challenging questions. Who would you like to tag for me to interview next?
I think I would like to nominate Sarvesh Sitaram. He was previously with me at Tiger Brands. He was the strategy and marketing capability director, acted as the CMO of Tiger Brands, and now taking his role onto the agency side for TLC. And you'd recall that TLC very, very looped into the customer awards space. So I think he would be a very interesting candidate for an interview.
I'm actually also interviewing on the challenge Alec, who's the founder of TLC. So it'd be great to do both, chat to both of them. So thank you. Yes, Sarvesh, I hope you're listening. We'll come and find you. Thank you, Sadika. You're an absolute superstar.